There's a party happening and you are invited. The Seaway Mall is turning 50 years old, and here to tell us about this huge milestone is social media and event coordinator Cortney Peters. Cortney, you have 2 full days packed with events and activities. Tell me about day 1, your kickoff.
So day 1 of our kickoff, we're going to start with some cake, some traditional kind of awards and recognitions sort of things.
Okay.
We've got 8 tenants that have lasted since the 70s, so we want to highlight and recognize them. We also have non-alcoholic champagne, so we're just excited to kind of throw off this big party and really get it started and let people know that we're still here and what's going on. And
Yeah, something for everybody. I've heard something about a story station. Can you tell me about that neat initiative?
Of course, we're so excited. So this story station is an opportunity for you to share your memories with Seaway Mall. Tell us maybe your first memory or something you really love that's really community focused. So it could be anything. Of course, we're really excited to see what kind of stories people come up with.
Sure.
I'm sure you have a few, I have a few, and it's all across the board of different ages. So
Yeah.
we're excited to see what people say.
So over 50 years, what are some of the biggest changes that you've seen at the Seaway Mall?
I would
Patrons
almost
that wish
argue
to
that there's
access
not
that
a
will have
whole
to
lot
go
of
downtown.
change in a really good way, in the sense that, good business starts with why. So we've always started with community. So while we've always looked to the future and adapted, we've always honored the past. So we started with why, we started with community. Some of our first stores were experiences or services that always catered to people. And I would argue that we've always continued to do that. We still host events, we still do fun things. Mm-hmm. So while we've adapted and had, some stores come, some stores go, COVID-19, everything,
Sure.
I would argue that we've always kind of kept it true to our first message.
Yeah, and what a thing to celebrate. So going back to your kickoff, I understand there's going to be photo ops, there'll be popcorn, the chances to win great prizes. How do people get involved in those things at your kickoff?
Absolutely. Showing up in person is the biggest first step.
Okay.
Come on out, come see what we have. We're going to have so many boards up that show old photos. We'll have some people on site that have a long tenure at the mall that will be able to answer questions. But yeah, of course, we'll have all the fun stuff like photo ops. We have a vintage record wall that we built. We're really
Okay.
excited about that. We've got this massive Volkswagen bus that's our branded color actually, that will be there for photo ops, the story station, and of course the tenants want to be involved. So we've got 50-cent features from different places in the food court, the free popcorn, which is from the Cineplex, of
Okay.
course. So yeah, there's always something to come out for. And
Okay,
just
and on day
come out.
2, will something be different? What's happening
yeah.
on, okay, so even more, what's happening
So
day 2?
Friday is more about, it's working hours. It's a little hard to come out sometimes. We really hope people do. But Saturday is more geared towards families and children.
Okay.
So we've got a walk-around magician. We've got stilt walking, face painting, things like that to really get people out there. And of course, we'll also have some fun family games that people can play. Like we've got Giant Jenga, we've got Connect 4, and Cornhole.
Okay, and a souvenir a souvenir giveaway.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't it be nice if it was a getaway?
I know. Well, that's about prizing, right?
Right, sure. What is the souvenir giveaway?
So the souvenir giveaway, we do have a few items that we want to hand out to people. I know we've got some branded mugs and cups for children. So we just have a few little things that we like to sprinkle in there.
Okay.
We've got some postcards that we made up, which kind of match the staff will have shirts and the postcards match. So we're really excited to kind of give out these little freebies.
Okay.
And just see what, you know.
And you said some of the stores are participating. What are some other things that stores are doing around the mall? And do folks need to go to the stores to engage in those?
Yeah. Our website has a lot of information on, which stores are participating. And some stores, it's a little hard for them to participate when, you're selling a service and
Right.
your store is upstairs. People might not be familiar, so this is also a good chance for them to learn about those services.
Okay.
But we will have some tables out in the main hallway of some of those stores that want to participate, be handing out things, whether it's a temporary tattoo or just some info with their business, on it. But we also do have on our website a spot about which stores are doing promotions, discounts, prizes, things like that. So definitely coming out, to the location and all the other locations is a key part of participating.
Excellent. So many things that you're doing for the community and for your customers, but also at the same time, you're doing your annual food drive.
Yes.
So how can folks contribute to your food drive?
Well, this year we're really blessed because we have Purelator partnering with us. So they're handing out some Purelator Tackle Hunger red bags. So the whole purpose of this is to distribute these bags to people and have them bring them back to us as a tangible way to really give back. And not only that, but I would like to note, 1 in 3 Canadians that uses the food bank is children. So our biggest thing is, again, come out to the 50th, and then the next week, the following week, is the food drive. Come out, come see, the most needed items. All the partnered food banks will have information about what they do and who they support, and it's just people like you and me. So
great. So spend your weekend with the Seaway Mall. Where can people go to get more information?
Right at our website. All the info is there on our sliding headers.
Okay, and that's seawaymall.com?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here today, Cortney.
Thank you.